After slowly traveling Mexico for 8 blissful months, it is finally time for us to move on and cross the border into country number 4 of our road trip, Guatemala. If you've been with us since the start of our overland journey, you might remember that our crossing from the US into Mexico was fairly uneventful. Is that it?
This is what people talk about. They're like, you just go through and all of a sudden you're just in Mexico.
Oh my god. As you'll find out in this video, crossing into Guatemala won't go the same way. We'll be meeting some suspicious folks on the drive.
No. We don't have any more. We finally got asked to arrive in Mexico. 2 kilometers from the border.
3 minutes from the border.
Ending up flexing our travel muscle at the border. So yeah, just exchange some money. We need to pay for, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. All this border crossing stuff's happening very quickly. And get our first impressions of Guatemala. Ooh, look at these tortillas. They're like a little thicker.
Oh.
They're a little different than Mexican tortillas.
New country, new food. I mean, I feel like we've met one proper Guatemalan and he's been awesome. So here we are. What a great first impression of this country.
Buckle up and join us in our very first vlog in Central America.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
Welcome to the very last time that we start this vlog here in Mexico, because today is the day that we finally go to Guatemala. I just finished packing up the car. Nicole is across the street just making sure Evie gets her final business done before we head on this drive. The plan for today will be to drive an hour to the border where we cross into Guatemala, and then we'll be staying at a place called Quetzaltenango.
Yeah, tonight, and then tomorrow we will make the final drive to Antigua. So hopefully in this video we should get the whole way to Antigua.
Seatbelt time.
Yeah. You're so chill. She's like, dress me, princess. Right? You just, look, how am I gonna get that?
Whenever we have these long drives, like today, we always put on Evie's seatbelt and she absolutely hates it.
You think?
She just,
She hates it.
she just does nothing to help us put the seatbelt on. She just sits exactly how she sits or lies exactly how she lies, and she says, you can just work around me.
Yeah.
Hola, buenos dias. To Guatemala?
Guatemala,
Sí. Gracias.
Gracias. I won't lie, I just thought maybe we made it through all of Mexico until the very last 30 minutes. And maybe we weren't gonna make it through, but that was fine.
I thought like, oh my gosh, watch them try something.
Yeah.
I've always heard stories of people saying that cops want a little bit of extra whatever, or else they give you a hard time. But that hasn't happened to us in the entire time we've been in Mexico driving.
You mean like we haven't been bribed?
We haven't. No, we haven't been asked for bribes or anything like that.
We've never been bribed or asked for bribes. Sorry. And we've only ever been stopped a handful of times, and it's usually not even like that. Is the most.
That's
like,
the most
elaborate check we've ever had in all of Mexico.
That's the first time they've asked us for our passports to take a photo.
Thank goodness we had it today. Normally we don't have our passports on us. Like, why would we have it on us, right? We just have it today because we're going to Guatemala.
Yeah.
Whew. Guatemala, here we come.
Something we've noticed from driving through southern Mexico is that there are a lot more frequent police check stops here than in previous states we've driven through. We've learned that this is because of all the migrant activity happening in and around the Mexico-Guatemalan border. A recent study noted that somewhere around 9,000 migrants unofficially cross from Central America into Mexico every month, mainly to escape violence, poverty, and gang activities in their home countries. A tough reality for a lot of people here, and a reminder of how privileged we are to be able to freely cross borders. Most of the time, the Mexican police don't give us any trouble, but this one time they asked a little bit more.
Hola, buenos dias. Hola, Guatemala.
No siento, no entiendo.
¿Van a Guatemala o dónde van?
Guatemala, Antigua, Guatemala.
Voy a algo para la comidita ahí. Para la coca. Esto, mire, así como este, ¿eh?
No,
No.
we don't have any more.
Money.
No, still like Guatemalan.
So in Guatemala, yeah.
Ah, quetzal. No,
Quetzal,
No,
no,
Quetzal,
we have
Quetzal.
nothing.
Exchange,
Not that
yeah.
interesting. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
comidita,
Yeah.
pues, comida.
Oh, no comida, no anything, just to the border.
Okay. We're gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay.
Okay.
Gracias.
Yes.
Que lo vaya.
Did he ask for a ride?
Okay, that was the
We finally got asked
Wow.
for a ride in Mexico, 2 kilometers from the border.
3 minutes from the border.
It happened, baby, and we didn't give him
I can't
anything.
Not gonna lie, just kind of played dumb, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, the border.
It is nice that, like, as people who we truly don't speak much Spanish, so it is easier to be like, I don't know what you're saying. I'm so sorry. I don't really get it. I'm just gonna keep going because we can't communicate well, and we can use that to our advantage
Just-
in times like this. I feel like that's like on the drive through Mexico checklist.
Yeah.
Have a police officer to ask us for a bribe. Check mark.
All right, so we just arrived to the border of Mexico and Guatemala.
Yeah.
We are officially in front. Gobernacion, which I think is the immigration side. So
Yeah.
Nicole and I have I think we just need our passports and our
Yeah.
FMM form, which is what we got when we got into the country, to basically prove to them that we did not overstay our visa. And then they'll officially give us the stamp that we can leave
Hopefully,
Mexico.
this is step 1.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, we have successfully emigrated, Miko and I. So now the next step is to get our money back for the car. When we entered the country with the car, we did pay a $400 deposit to have it here. And now we're gonna go and hopefully get that back.
Also, I gotta say that was really, really easy. They're like,
Yeah, it's
check
been,
passport, check the stamp. There you go.
took 7 minutes.
Get out of my country.
We're going really far. We're going from there to there. Big drive, big drive. So the guys come out to like check that this car is the one that we said it was. And then I think we're good to go. I think this is gonna be pretty easy too.
Dog's still in there?
Dog's just watching. This guy's actually behind the door like checking the VIN and stuff. So
Yeah.
but he was just chilling.
2 very boring minutes later.
Okay, we have successfully checked the car out of the country. That took us just over 20 minutes. It was very thorough. We were the only ones in there, which I think is kind of lucky because I think if you had to wait for like 4 people ahead of you, this would take a long time.
More importantly, we got our deposit back.
We got
so
we got our $400
are
back.
$400 US richer,
Yes.
which
yeah.
we might need because we currently have 0 Guatemalan quetzals.
Quetzals? Yeah, we're not sure how to say the currency. Quetzales, maybe?
Yeah.
Anyways, I think we are officially in no man's land. This is no man's land between Mexico and Guatemala. And we currently don't belong to any country. I love that feeling. I love it so
We
much.
are currently in no country.
Currently in no country.
It was at this point that the streets began to narrow and the area got busy. All the new eyes on us meant only one thing. We had arrived at the Guatemalan border. Things started to move quickly, so I'll walk you through exactly what happened. First, one of the border officials came to our window to welcome us to Guatemala. He introduced himself as the fumigation guy and said he needed to fumigate our car. We read about this online and we expected to leave the car, but the process ended up being just a light pressure wash on our tires. Way easier than it originally sounded. Next, we spoke to one of the many money exchangers present and traded our remaining pesos and some of the USD that we had on hand for some Guatemalan quetzales.
You get our money.
Okay.
That guy drives a hard bargain.
New money. That's
It's
awesome.
beautiful, hey?
Yeah, it's
I
very
really
nice.
like it.
So yeah, just exchange some money. We need to pay for, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. All this border crossing stuff's happening very quickly. But it's cool. Everybody's super chill. Everybody's having fun.
Yeah.
It's a nice border crossing.
I like
I mean, it's a little bit overwhelming, but everybody's still super chill.
Whole border crossing isn't.
But what border crossing isn't overwhelming? Yeah.
We were then asked to repark and get our immigration stamp and car permit done at the main office.
Okay, so we went to where the fumigation guy told us to go, and that lady, it turns out, was actually going to do the vehicle import, but she said go to immigration first. So we've done immigration and officially, I think, been stamped into Guatemala. I haven't checked for the stamp, but I'm pretty sure it exists now. And now we're back to do all of the car stuff, and then I think we pay the dog fee. I think. I feel like I'm a little confused, but everything's really close to each other, which is wonderful. I really like this border crossing because everything's just next to each other. So we might be a little confused, but at least we're not having to drive far in between.
Funny enough, the fumigation guy is also the pet guy, so we were able to get Evie her permit, officially making Guatemala number 4 on her personal country list. She promised she'll handle the paperwork next time.
Are you waiting? You're doing so good, honey. Thank you, my love, for being so patient. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow.
We did it.
I think we did it. We did all the border stuff. It was funny. Even though I had no idea what was going on, it was kind of fun in like a thrilling way.
I loved it. I felt like this is travel, man. Like, it's been a while since we've been through a border, obviously. And this was awesome. So we're officially allowed to be here. The car is officially allowed to be here, and the dog is officially allowed to be here. I feel like we just went to like 4 different windows or stops, but like a total of maybe 10 times. Like, it was just go here, go here, go here, go here, go here, pay this person, this person, exchange money here. Like,
it's just so inefficient.
Yeah.
But like in a funny kind of way where you have to go here to get a slip and then pay that slip here and then go over here to do this and that.
And then pay again the same place, but pay again a different like amount.
But anyways, yeah, we're through.
We're through. Oh my gosh.
Welcome to Guatemala, everybody.
Guatemala.
Far into Guatemala, but if I'm honest, it's not our own fault. All of a sudden, the roads are just been terrible.
Terrible.
We've been going so slow, and I don't know if it's just because it's rainy season, but there's a lot of things washing out into the road, lots of rocks, lots of soil, and
it looks like there's been small landslides.
Yeah, that's
small landslides, and they've like so we've got like clay and rock in the middle of the road. And a ton of potholes, like
tons of potholes.
From what we're used to in Canada, Mexico had quite a few potholes, but so far this has way more potholes.
Not only just the potholes and the landslides, or remnants of a landslide, it's also the other traffic. Like sometimes the opposing traffic would be in our lane just to go around a pothole on their side.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have way less room to breathe driving on these roads compared to where we were before.
There's just a lot of hazards. A lot of hazards. It took us a while, but I think we found a spot for lunch. Most places were closed, and I think it's because it's Sunday afternoon, maybe? I don't know. Evie. Oh my god. Evie's cleaning up the restaurant.
She's like, oh, I've never had this food before.
Yeah, I think she's like, Guatemala tastes delicious. Okay, stop. Gracias. Okay, I know this is bad. I'm really excited for French fries though. I haven't had French fries in a very long time. So I got chicken milanesa, which is a pounded chicken breast, so it's really, really thin. And then they fry it. And I have had this in other parts of the world. I think the first time we tried this was in Argentina, actually. And I guess it comes with fries and a bit of a salad and some guac. I'm not sure how typically Guatemalan this is, but it looks delicious.
That looks amazing.
It's the perfect crunchiness, but the chicken is still juicy and soft. It's really good.
It's like premium, quality, culturally amazing chicken fingers.
Yeah. It's like I went to Central America and got chicken fingers. You basically got this.
I got the churrasco, and what a plate. Like, there's so many vegetables on here, and it's just so much variety, some guacamole. But the churrasco part is this chorizo. It's just like beef steak, thin. Also came with this.
Oh yeah, we got tortillas.
Oh.
But why?
Ooh, look at these tortillas. They're like a little thicker.
Oh.
They're a little different than Mexican tortillas.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
New country, new food.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put that chorizo in there, put some guac in there, maybe some of this.
Beans.
Some beans.
And you got the perfect little taco.
Yeah. I think we're gonna really like Guatemalan food.
Sí, muy rico. Gracias. That's really good. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, just guarding.
It's very good.
It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One of the people here recognized us as foreigners. And he came by and said hi. He told us he's Guatemalan, but he used to live in the U.S. in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And then he invited us up to like the second floor of the restaurant. There's like lots of cool stuff up there, and
Yeah.
super excited to see Evie. So I feel like Guatemalan people are pretty nice already.
Yeah.
So Wilder, who is the Guatemalan man who lived in Pennsylvania, keeps saying that we need to go upstairs. So we gotta go check out because the view apparently is really, really good. It is so loud. I don't know how you can eat with this music. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Wow. So this is kind of like, I feel like our first real glimpse into the natural beauty of Guatemala already. Look at this.
And we're just like at a random roadside restaurant on their terrace-ish thing.
Well, we've checked it out, the second floor. Even we were told numerous times to check it out.
Numerous times.
And I'm not gonna lie, Nicole and I were kind of also like a little bit guarded. I'm like, why does this guy really want us to check out the second floor? Is this so that we leave our car and
Yeah.
something happens to our car? But no,
It's just for the beautiful view.
I think he's just really proud of the second floor. It
should
is
be.
pretty nice.
Should be.
So thanks, Wilder from
Yeah.
Pennsylvania / Guatemala, if you're
Yeah.
watching this. This is pretty cool second floor.
Have a good day and God bless and good luck.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Bye.
I mean, I feel like we've met one proper Guatemalan and he's been awesome. So here we are. What a great first impression of this country. Oh, that's his job. Oh wow, look at him climbing up and down. Oh, he's going to the other side. Oh, he's going
back
in
in.
the door.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
That was so scary.
So scary. I was just trying to record the bus and then all of a sudden we almost died.
Oh my god. I'm just so glad when the wipers like cleared the window, I could see that there's still nothing in front of me and there's still a road in front of me. Oh my god. That was, yeah. Not sure I like driving in Guatemalan rainy season right now.
Well, it took longer than we had hoped because it is now 6:35 p.m. But we have made it to Quetzaltenango, which is our first stop here in Guatemala, which is pretty cool. We found our Airbnb. We've just arrived. All we've done is open up the door to actually enter the Airbnb, and looks like this is the view from our little balcony. I don't know, walk up the stairs.
I gotta say, this neighborhood is very interesting. It's very busy, very local. It's very neat, actually.
Yeah, I like it.
But I'm pretty sure there's not a foreigner within 100 miles from here right now.
Well, yeah, probably not for a while. So yeah, I think that we're gonna leave them here tonight, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the Airbnb is like really, really nice on
Yeah.
the inside.
Yes.
But just the outside was
It's a little tough to like take
Yeah.
Evie out and stuff. Like we tried to get her to pee, and there's a lot of
There's
street dogs.
so many street dogs.
Yeah, so
and
that was a
I-
little tough.
Chickens, and I think I saw a
I
rabbit.
think it was a rabbit, like in a cage, outside. Anyway.
Very, very cool. And I think it's gonna be a cool first stay here in Guatemala.
Yeah. Okay, we will catch you guys tomorrow for the last bit of this trip to Antigua.
See ya.
things like these that make me really appreciate the 3 or so years that we have been on the road now, because we've just been like going about our morning, but also watching everyone else here in our neighborhood go about their morning. And it's so different from what we would be used to having our mornings look like back in Canada, but it still feels so familiar to us here now, because of course we've been on the road for so long, and it's so comforting to see people just going about their morning things and doing their stuff, although it's just so different. Like, we saw a woman this morning checking out a goat. I don't know if there was a goat sale going on or if she was a vet or something, I don't know. But it does look very different from what we're used to at home. But we are ready to roll. It is a little later than we hoped. It's 10 o'clock, but we're ready to go. So we're making a quick stop in Quetzaltenango before we leave the city. We're looking for a few things for Evie. We need like a nice coat for her, and actually hopefully some boots for an adventure we've got coming up. And we saw this incredible, beautiful mall online that has a really nice dog shop in it. I don't know if we're gonna get anything big enough for Evie, but wow, this place is fancy.
I know we just have to pick up some dog stuff and hopefully we won't get too distracted, but I am getting some shopping vibes. I think maybe it's the Filipino in me that's making me feel like I need to go out and window shop.
There's a second reason we are here. We also need to actually pick up some cash. We're totally out of the cash that we changed at the border yesterday. So we need to properly find an ATM and get out some money.
So if you're new to our channel, what Nicole and I like to do for the different countries that we show off is that we like to show many different sides of the country. So obviously our neighborhood was a little bit very, very interesting in the sense that it's very different than Canada, where we're from. But this mall is also another side of the Guatemalan culture that we feel like probably never makes into a normal vlog, but for us, it's kind of cool to show it.
Found the dog shop. Now to see if they make anything big enough for Evie. That is always the issue we find. Everyone has tiny dogs around the world. Well, in Latin America, pets seem to be small dogs. So to get something that actually fits Evie, who's not even a really big dog, but anyways, it's very difficult. Yeah, this is just an XL.
Oh, this is a nice one.
It's beautiful, but it's tiny. Yeah, I think I only see XL.
Well, that was a very productive shopping mall visit. We got stuff for the dog. We got some cash, and we also even ate lunch because somehow it's already noon.
Somehow it's really late, but we really need to get on the road now. We are still about half an hour away from Antigua, but we actually scheduled an appointment to come and see a house that we might stay in. We have a 1-week stay right now in Antigua booked and ready to go, but we need something for after that. And we're thinking, oh, come here, babes. We're thinking something for a few weeks because Antigua's a great place to be based out of. There's lots of things to do in the area. So we actually organized with an Airbnb host to just come and see this Airbnb ahead of time to see if we want to stay here. He gave us the code to enter. Like, there shouldn't be anybody here. He said just go in and take a look around. Holy.
This is an Airbnb? Yeah. I feel like we rented a whole cabin in the woods.
Yeah. So the reason we're interested in this place is because it is like a whole house with like a yard. Like, the dog could have a yard. But we're still about half an hour out of Antigua and we're not sure we want to be this far away. I don't know. This is one of those moments where it's like we have a car, so maybe we could stay out here in like what feels kind of like a little piece of paradise. But we are a little bit away from everything, so it's like, would it work? Wow. Can you imagine Evie actually has a yard?
I know, how much space she has.
So much space here.
It's dark.
It's dark. Man, I gotta say, it's cold in here. I think we would be pretty bundled up, but there is a fireplace. It's just so quiet and peaceful. There's like pictures of a family around here, so obviously somebody uses this as maybe a getaway home or something. I don't know. Wow, we could have a slumber party. There's 3 beds in this room.
I feel like we
Like, you know, it's that situation where your grandfather's brother's cabin in, I don't know, by the lakeside, they said, hey, here's the keys, you can hang out there for a bit, and you're walking in, you're like, this kind of looks familiar, but this also feel like we're in someone stranger's house.
It's a little chilly in here, but besides that, it has really nice space. The internet's incredible, which is awesome, out in the middle of nowhere here. But obviously, like, it really is the property that's selling us on this, because I think that Evie would just have the most incredible few weeks here. So we'll see. Let's see if we can get enough like grocery stores and stuff in the area, and if we can, I think we just might base ourselves out of here in another week or so. Not yet. For now, we are going the rest of the way to Antigua and checking into our real home for the next week or week and a half. One of the sure ways to know that you are in Antigua is to see volcanoes. So something that's really, really cool about this city is that it is surrounded by volcanoes, and we can already see one as we're just driving through here. I'm really excited to see this place in the daytime so we can actually see the volcanoes surrounding the area. We have heard so much about Antigua over the years. Digital nomads talk about it all the time. So many travelers talk about it. And then of course to see the stunning nature that surrounds it is just like the cherry on top of what looks to be a really cool place.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the journey from Mexico to Guatemala and the first 36 hours.
I think we're gonna have so many incredible adventures in this country, and we're super excited to be in a new country and have a new place to explore. So if you haven't already, please hit subscribe so you can join us on that adventure. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. We will catch you guys in the next one.
Thanks for watching.
In the next video, the Guatemala series is going to start off with a bang.
Oh my God. Oh, that is so cool.
As we tackle off one of the most incredible experiences Guatemala has to offer, the hike up Volcan Acatenango. If you are into bucket list worthy moments, then you'll definitely want to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a second of this amazing country.